This is Cranston Komuro. Komuro. Interview, take one. All right. If you could just, can you see me back here?
I can see you.
Okay. Yeah. Just.
I'll talk to you.
I'll be your eyeline. Yeah.
Okay.
Okay. Are you excited to be back on set for Samurai Cop 2?
No, I'm really not.
Really?
It was out of the blue. In the first Samurai Cop, my name's not in the credits.
Really?
Really. So when they were doing the movie, and Amir gave me the one with all the numbers on it, a VHS, and I said, "Hey, my name's not on this credits." He says, "Don't worry, next time." And then the next time I realized it went straight to Germany, I think. So I think that's why Greg had such a hard time finding me. Nobody knew who I was, and that was kind of good. You know, you didn't want to be famous for or known for the worst movie ever made, you know. But Greg called me. Actually called my wife. He found my wife, and then my wife told me, and then Matt called me and said, "You want to be in this movie?" And I said no, and then he says, "Come to the opening in Hollywood." And it was quite fun to see all of those people there, knowing the lines. So I said, and then my son said, "You know, you have to do it, Dad." So I said, "Oh, okay."
Awesome. Tell me a little bit about your character in this one.
Well, you know, I never saw the first movie all the way, Samurai Cop. I just couldn't take it. So I watched like 10 minutes of it, so I don't know how it ended. This movie, I know I died, and somehow I'm coming back to life and coming from outer space. So I don't know how all that works. You know, I read the first script I read, I think I was a cyborg, and then a robot, and now I'm not. So I don't know. We just go with the flow here.
Awesome. Did you ever expect a sequel would be made?
That's incredible, isn't it? No, I never thought a sequel would be made. So I'm actually quite interested to see how it'll play. But no, that was 25 years ago. You know, I had hair. You know, I was walking down Little Tokyo, and Amir said, "You want to be in a movie?" And I said, "No." And then he kept calling me, and I said, "Okay." And then now 25 years later, I have no hair, and we're doing it again. That's kind of fun.
Awesome. What have you been up to since Samurai Cop?
I mean, in real life?
Yeah.
I'm an urban planner. I work for the city and HUD and the housing department, housing authority, nonprofits. I've been doing that then I retired. Now my goal is to be the Asian Danny Trejo. That's my goal in life now.
Were you nervous at all jumping back into this role?
You know what? When I did the first one, Amir would hand you the script that day, and I could memorize it. If you see me out here, I can't remember anything. So it's a little tougher as you get older to remember all those lines. And Bailin is scary. So you remember all those lines, and then you work off of her, and then she scares you up, and it's gone. I don't know what to do.
What were you looking forward to the most about, being back part of Samurai Cop 2?
Wow. What happens if it's nothing? No. You know, the thing is that my kids want to see it. So you get it done, put it in the box, and they can watch it whenever, and I don't have to be around anymore. So yeah, it's great. It's actually quite fun. Greg's just the nicest guy to do something with, and I think it'll be entertaining. I mean, they've taken some of the essence of the first movie and put it in here, so I think it's going to be funny and interesting, but it won't be a bad movie. It won't be famous for being bad. I think it'll be good for just be interesting and entertaining.
Is there anything about your character that you're bringing back from the first one and kind of influencing, in this one?
This is my voice. When I went to talk to Amir, he says, I'm reading the lines, and he says, sound Japanese. I said, that's what Japanese sound like. He says, no, talk like this. So I got to talk like this through this whole thing. That's tiring. And I had to practice like a week ahead, talking like this, It doesn't work. Kids and the dogs don't know me, so. But it's okay.
That's awesome. Can you tell me what can the fans look forward to in this one?
I think there's a lot of fight scenes that look pretty good that I saw choreographed. It's very good. Violin is intense. I think Mark Fraser's going to do more of those funny faces. I don't know. That's a funny face. So I'm hoping I see some of that.
How do you feel about Greg being the director of this one?
Well, the first, with Amir, there was no second take. You did it and you moved on. Greg's doing 5 or 6, and I'm hoping I did one of them right. So, yeah, it's a lot better. It's a lot better.
Awesome. What did you, was there anything you enjoyed about the first film, or anything at all?
In the first film, for those of you who have watched the first film, there's a scene where I said I want his head on the piano. In the original script, it was I want his head on this table. So we started filming, and there was no table. So we said, it's okay. I want his head on this piano. So that's how that one did. The script was simple. It was fun. This one is really good. Greg is doing a great job with some of the same lines. So I forgot what the question was. That's right.
What was the question? What did you enjoy the most about the first film?
The first one. The first one was just to do it. I was working full time. I went during lunch or something, and I did the shot. It was. Now we have catering. Amir had bologna sandwiches, I think, if we were lucky. I guess the budget was really, he didn't have any money because I don't think anybody actually got paid for that first movie. I know that there's a scene where I get shot and I have a nice white shirt on and he puts blood on it and puts a hole in it. So I said, this is a $35 shirt. And he says, no problem. And he tells the art director, pay him, because I don't think he had enough money. So I think he borrowed money from the crew to give me money for the shirt. Was that enjoyable? No, it was fun.
Can you tell me a little bit about what it was like working with Amir?
Well, we just went right through the thing. He give you the script. He says, read it, and you go, huh? Then he says, okay, and then you did it, and we're done. So you just kind of moved on. That was fun. It's a little less pressure because whatever came out, came out. This one with Greg, we keep doing it over until he likes it the way it is, and I guess that's the way a director's supposed to be.
So you're not primarily an actor, are you? You're just.
I'm pretending to act, yeah.
So you haven't done any acting since the first
No, I've
one?
done little bit parts. If you watch Bobby Z at the very end of the movie, that was Paul Walker. I'm a biker in there. But yeah, I never wanted to be an actor. It just comes. I think if you have a face like this, it just comes. I don't know. But now it seems fun. Now that I'm retired, it's fun.
Right on. How do you feel about your fellow cast?
These are very professional people. It was very interesting to see, Eminem, Mark, and Matt, and doing that. That's kind of fun to do that same thing. It's ridiculous from the. This is not as ridiculous. I think really trying to do some acting there. We'll see how it goes.
Awesome. Do you feel like they cast well for this? Because I know they brought a lot of new faces on in this film.
Well, yeah, you know, you got more Asians in the Katana gang than before. In the first one, I think there was one me. And maybe there's two in this one. I think that's kind of makes it equal opportunity Katana gang.
Yeah, I feel like they brought more actual Japanese things in this one. There wasn't hardly any in the first one.
Hey, you know, I know for the Joe Marshall who speaks fluent Japanese, Fujiyama, you go, wow, that made the movie. It's the same style here. I don't think you need to. If we did it differently, it wouldn't be a sequel. It'd just be a different, whole new movie. So this has to be like this.
Awesome. How would you compare this one to the first?
No, there's no comparison. There's none. That first movie, I think we started off with somebody holding the boom and a cameraman and a director and something else, and by the end there was just a cameraman. I don't know. It's got less and less and less and just got it done. So yeah, there's no comparison. It's a professional movie. This one's gonna be fun. This one will be fun.
How do you think the fans will react to this one?
I don't know. I haven't seen the movie yet, but it should be good. I mean, looking at the fan base and what they want to see. I mean, you're going to see it just because what's the sequel like, and I'm hoping you'll say, oh, it's really good. Let's watch it again. But if you watch Samurai Cop, the first one, alone in your living room, you turn it off. But if you watch it with 6 or 7 drunk people, it's funny, and you'll watch it again. So I'm hoping, you'll have to be drunk to watch this one. It'll just be fun.
Awesome. Last thing, what's your future look like? Are you still gonna continue acting, or?
Well, if I can take Danny Trejo's place, yeah, I'll keep acting. But I keep asking Greg, "Where's my nude scene?" He won't do it, so we'll see.
All right. Is there anything else you'd like to add?
No, that was fun.
That was it. All right. Awesome. Thank you, Cranston.
Thank you.